Hi, this is Charting Man Dan of TheChartGuys.com, home of technical analysis education. Click the link for a free week trial, no credit card required, and gain access to our multiple live broadcasts daily, community chat room, educational videos, nightly watch lists, and more. Invest in your education and future and join the community today. Hey everyone, looking at Netflix on the daily, weekly, and 5-minute time frames. So the bulls came out today, and there was actually a bear attack early in the morning, pre-market, and we'll see that on the 5-minute chart. And it was a quick drop, and on 65,000 shares, the price went from 105 down to 100, and then a very quick bounce, and then the bulls showed up, and then a rejection and weakness at the end of the day. So there was a lot of back and forth, and what this candlestick on the daily shows me, with the inability of keeping the upper Bollinger Band as support, that's really like a last gasp, in my opinion, of the bulls on this move. Now, that doesn't mean they're not going to stay strong, but it just means we're likely to see some further consolidation, even if it's just sideways. We need these moving averages to catch up, and we need to cool off after a breakout. So the weekly time frame showing a ton of strength. The upper Bollinger Band, 104.93, rejecting the price by the end of this week, unable to close above that level, and we are breaking out well above the 50-week moving average, well above 104 and all of these previous history resistance levels. We're looking up at 111.85, this other top, but that upper Bollinger Band now rejecting the price. We might need to wait for that to ascend, and it's going to do so fairly slowly as it's just breaking from a tightening range and moving to the upside. So checking out Netflix on the 5-minute, look at that pre-market action. 65,000 shares, dropping the price to all the way down to 106 cents. And then into the open, we see a nice bounce and recovering all of those gains. And I was actually looking bearish on Netflix in the morning. I figure the momentum to the downside, the break of the low of yesterday, and then the bounce playing out and rejecting from all these moving average resistances, I thought that the bears were going to take over and drop the price back down to the low 100s. Excuse me, but that didn't turn out to be the case, and although we did reject from that 20 period multiple times, right about here is when SPY was dumping, and we saw a quick dump in SPY the first 15-20 minutes. And the fact that Netflix, after showing weakness first thing, held up and formed a little bull flag here on the 5-minute, definitely stood out as bullish action, and then it didn't take long for a close above the 100 period moving average to affirm that the bulls were strong. New high of the day. Consolidation, continuation, consolidation, continuation. Very bullish move up to the high. And then we lost a lot of momentum after the morning. SPY saw a dump. Netflix went with it, and we just stayed in a tight range, lower highs and lower lows into the end of the day. Very little range after the first 2.5 hours of trading. So a little bit of a fake out pre-market, and in hindsight, the clue was the amount of volume. 65,000 shares, and then you see we have 160,000 traded in the first 5 minutes. So 65,000 shares, while it can do a lot pre-market, in the grand scheme of things, not really too monumental, and the bulls were able to overcome it. So I appreciate you watching. Thanks for the likes and the shares. I hope you have a great weekend, and I will see you soon.